Yo, what is good, everyone in the chat? Welcome to the VR Link. How are you all? Thank you all for being here first. I really appreciate it. This is Season 2, Episode 16 of the VR Link, your weekly podcast where you can find us live every Wednesday on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter at 7 p.m. GMT, 2 p.m. EST, and 11 a.m. PST. I think that's right anyway, but we're live now, so look at your watches or your phones, and then you know. On this show, we discuss the latest news, games, and goings-on inside virtual reality. My name is GT from Gamertag VR, and alongside me most weeks is the mighty Matt from BMF. How you doing, mate? You good?
I am good, yes.
Yeah, man, bless you. You've been busy today, I take it.
Yeah, just running around getting crap done, and then power issues, and...
Guess what I've been doing? You've been
enjoying your PC.
I've been installing a new graphics card. I've never done it before. I've never installed anything in a PC. I just bought a pre-build from Scan Computers. So, but dude, it's so easy. Like I say that, I really hope nothing goes wrong. But it was very, very easy, luckily. And yeah, it's exciting, man. I can't wait to, as you said earlier, like test it out. Jump into hot. I think most people who've got PC will go into Half-Life first.
Yeah.
I think that's the game that you would kind of benchmark it with. What would you do?
Yeah, usually I will jump in if I'm testing something like I have a laptop I was testing. I jumped into Half-Life, and I jumped into, what was it? I can't remember. There's another game that I jumped into. I can't remember what it was, but that's usually the one I benchmark it with. Although that might not be the best one to benchmark it with because that will run on like a 1060.
Yeah.
So it might not be the best one to benchmark it with. But.
I did have a very quick go on Half-Life. As I said, very quick, so I haven't had much time today. But the other one I had to go on was Star Wars. And yeah, it was so smooth. But then they've just released a patch. So if anyone had the frame stutters and the skips and stuff that was going on, it might be gone. Let me know if you guys are finding that the same. For the audiophiles amongst you, you can follow the show and listen again on Spotify, Apple, and Anchor. Just search the VR Link podcast, or you can use the links in our description. An apology for last week. On YouTube, you can edit live streams. So what I tend to do is take out the 8-minute countdown at the beginning, and any issues we have in between. For example, if we have guests on and we cut for a little while or anything like that. And what it did was, YouTube just basically deleted 40 minutes of sound off the end of the video for 4 days. It was crazy. It was like the longest processing ever. And when you speak to them, they try and be helpful, but it's like there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do. All we can do is refresh the video and hope it gets better. So yeah, there it is. Apologies. As I said, I've been really busy basically most of the week. I might not have updated our Patreon and channel members. I think we have got a couple more channel members. And I will make sure after the show today that your names are there. Thank you ever so much to the channel members on YouTube and the legendary patrons whose names are listed below each and every episode. And if you enjoy the show and what you see on the channel, please consider joining them and supporting what we do here. We also have our ever-growing VR community over on Discord, which is over 1,000 strong now, where you will find the latest VR conversations, and link to that is in this video description, or if we have a mod in the chat, they can leave a link. Before we get into this week's news, a lot of this information is sourced from our friends at Upload VR and Rotor VR, so be sure to follow them on your socials. Whoa! Does someone just become a member? Thank you ever so much, Krishan. Thank you. Thank you, dude. That was so loud. I don't know how to turn that down. Matt, let's just hope channel members don't happen while you're talking. I just heard it and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Yeah, so Matt, how's your week been, dude? What have you been up to? What have you been playing?
Messing around with some games on the Quest. I was in Rec Room last night with you and a whole bunch of other people. That got crazy for a little while. There's a lot of people in there.
That was like, it was funny. Someone in the chat said to me, oh, what's the word when claustrophobia? They said, does it feel claustrophobic? And I've got like Zombie Gaming, a few others trying to like punch me virtually in the face. I had some weird guy who constantly just tilted his head and looked at me all the time wherever I went. I was followed around, and it was absolutely amazing. Yeah, it was brilliant. It was brilliant to be hanging around with like the younger side of VR, you know, and checking out what they're doing. You know, they took us to a talent show, didn't they?
Yeah, that was the talent show. It might not be the right word for it, but it was definitely some sort of show.
Oh man, the talent show was fantastic. We had someone do the ABCs. We had someone do an amazing beatbox.
I didn't get to see that. I saw someone who played the was it Star Wars theme song?
Yeah, we had all sorts. We had someone do the ocarina. Someone play
That's
ocarina.
What it was. That's
yeah,
what it was. Yep.
It was so cool. So thank you to everyone who was on the Rec Room last night. And at the end of the video, we also went on Titanic, which seemed a bit crazy to me. It was quite slow burning. The captain of the ship was hold on, sorry, I can't remember. Oh right, yeah, no worries. Mr. GT's asking what is Periscope? It's Twitter. So if you want to head over to Twitter or something and have a look. Yeah, we also went on the Titanic. I thought it was quite a slow experience. Yeah. But actually, as it ramped up towards the end and the ship then tilts and then breaks in half, like all the people in Rec Room were falling, and it was so good. And everyone was telling me Titanic's really good in Rec Room, and I was like, I don't know, man, this seems a bit weird. And then, yeah, it was really good. It was really good.
One thing I want to try is I think I heard that it's not good in Rec Room. It might be good in VR chat. Is Among Us? Don't they have a version of that?
Yeah, they have that in VR chat and Rec Room. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to do. Apparently, the VR chat one is superior and amazing. So that'd be nice to be checking out at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah. So how's everyone in the chat? Thank you all for joining us. Really appreciate it. We got Unel, Ready Player Rick, Ed Pox, Tyler Craig, Nocturnal Wolf, Limitless. How you doing, man? You still got them early starts this week. We've got Jake the Bot, Jeff Bob, Mighty Quinn, the master of memes. How you doing? Who else have we got? I'm missing any names. Avery Kaufman. Funny enough, the guy who's joined the membership, I don't think he's even on this stream. But then you don't have to be. You can just click the join button, can't you? Rastaman, Mark.
I see him in the stream actually.
Oh, is he in the stream? Is he?
Yep.
Nice.
And Mrs. GT just commented on Twitter.
Yuki, how you doing? Nice. I'm just heading to that. Riker, nice. Thanks for joining. I thought I saw Artful. Nice, thank you. Mr. GT. She's texting me again. Sorry, 1 second. I need to find out what's going on. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I've got a monster now, so I don't need a coffee, but thank you. Boy Brown, thanks for joining us, guys. Thank you all for being here. Venchi, Krishan, nice. Yeah, I'm waiting for Vertigo 2. Did you play the remastered of the first one? Because that was absolutely amazing.
I haven't played it yet. It's one that I want to check out, but I just have not had the time.
Oh, it's absolutely fantastic, dude. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, so what have I been playing? I played all sorts this week, really. And I'm lying because it is mostly Population 1. I used to say I played a lot of games, but I haven't. I've just been playing Population 1 so much. And
I've jumped in and played quite a few times this week, too. And it is just an incredible game.
Dude, it's worrying. It's kind of worrying because you just keep wanting to play that same game all the time. And yeah, there's a lot going on with it, man. A lot going on in it.
Yeah, I mean, if they update it, like, I mean, it's really good anyways. But if at some point they ever add another map in or anything like that, if they do any kind of updates, it's just going to continue to get better and better.
Yeah, for sure. Let me just try and find something to play in the background, which should be amusing. Very Bad Gamer, how you doing? Yeah, you got BMF in here. He's part of the podcast. He is Mr. Quest. Pop 1 is addictive. Like the amount of times I go live with it and people say to me, I've played this till I've run my battery out. And that is so good to hear.
Yes, it is. It's good to have a title that is that popular on any VR platform.
Yeah, for sure. Mighty Quinn, do you think Oculus could or would come out with a console to make cheap and easy way for people to get into higher end PC VR games? So you mean like for the Link, a specific VR ready Oculus console? I wouldn't say no, but
yeah,
I doubt we'll see it for a while.
Yeah, if they did it, it would probably be very far in the future. If they did it, they'd probably be more likely to partner with somebody else as an official, some sort of official PC or something.
And it would definitely feature a Facebook login.
Yeah, right.
No tweets
It would
about
be
it.
a required. It'd be like with Windows, you get pre-installed software. Facebook would be pre-installed. You'd have
Yeah.
to log in to be able to get access to the computer.
Yeah, absolutely. The Reclusive Gamer, is the new haptic vest worth buying? Dude, I wish I knew. We're just going to talk about it because I think at that $300 price, from the experience I've had with Bhaptics, it's actually getting to that point where it is a possibility of
Mhm.
experiencing.
Yeah.
Matt, you've actually got Bhaptics, haven't you?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
And this sounds like it's going to be better in some ways, as far as like what it has, if not exactly the same, but for the price, I don't think you can beat it. I mean, it's $299 to start with, and I think it's got 9 sensors or 9 haptic locations. I can't remember how many it has.
So we can literally go through that quickly, but allow me first to run my newsreel.
Yes.
The newsreel is done. Okay, so let me just head over to my notes about Bhaptics quickly.
If you get a sec, if you send the notes over, I don't have them yet.
Oh, sorry, man. Yeah, as I said, it's all been rush today.
Oh, no. I've been rushing around too.
Let me just scroll down. This is a very slow process.
Anybody in the chat in the North America, anyways, that where the PS5 is launching? Are you getting it tomorrow?
I can't believe you guys are getting it. It's like a whole week.
Yeah, it is a whole week.
A whole
Unfortunately.
week.
I mean, fortunate for us, I suppose. Unfortunate for you. I went into my local store this afternoon to grab a couple of things, and they've already got spots for the PS5 games. So tomorrow morning, I'm running over and grabbing a few disc versions because they're actually cheaper. You know, Godfall, for some reason, at Walmart, I have a Walmart local to me. Godfall is
Go on.
Godfall is $59 on disc, and I looked at the PlayStation Store and it's $69.
Oh, I've gone
I don't
digital.
know why.
I've gone digital.
That may not be accurate. They may have put the wrong price or something. I'll check tomorrow, but
I think that is to be expected, though. You know what I mean? I think that is correct, isn't it? That digital games are more expensive in general.
Yeah.
So let me get this Bhaptics video up, just to play it in our little TV. And I even tried to be a bit more organised this week by having a VR Link folder just for this week's videos instead of spending time looking for them. So let me scroll back up. Matt, have you got the info?
Yes, sorry about that.
No worries. So Bhaptics launches pre-orders for the new haptic vest starting at $299. Now I don't know what that is I don't know if that's going to be the same in pounds. I haven't tried to pre-order personally, but that would be, to me, I think around the 260 mark, something like that. So Bhaptics now taking pre-orders 2 new models of the VR haptic vest, the TAC suit. The TAC suit X16 is $299 and the X40 is $499. Both suits use ERM motors dotted across the vest to deliver haptic feedback when playing select VR content. Take a bullet in Onward, for example, and you feel the vibrations in your chest for added immersion. The 2 separate models have some differences as expected, bearing in mind the price. The most expensive X40, for example, features 40 motors. So 40 for more feedback compared to X16s, which is 16 motors. But they said the X16 is expected to last longer on a full charge, which is 22 hours when compared to the X40, which is 18 hours. So yeah, obviously less motors, less power draw. Yeah. Over the past few months, Bhaptics have been building a library of content to support its vests across PC and Oculus Quest. On PC, native integration is included in games like Onward, Crisis V Brigade 2, and Sorrento, while the company also says titles like Half-Life Alyx, Blade Sorcery, and Skyrim are also coming via mods. For the Quest, the app is apparently officially supported in Onward, Sorrento, Thrill of the Fight, which could be really cool, Apex Construct, while side quest titles like Let's Go Chopping and Hyperdash support it too. As I said, I have used these only once at Gamescom, and I think I had the wrist, the face, and the chest. One, they make you feel like you're some sort of RoboCop person when you're in there.
Right.
You do feel like you're actually wearing body armor. But I just think, actually, for that price, like, I'm the sort of person that I would let you know straight away, even if I'm reviewing something, whether I would in real life entertain it. But sometimes I would say no to saying I can't afford that.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think that changes when you've tried something. Hence the thing of getting the chance to review it.
Yep.
So yeah, I did use it. I thought it was better than I expected. And I'm assuming by what I've seen by videos and by other people that it's very accurate, in fact. So what's your experience with Bhaptics?
I think it's really cool for the price of the original Tactop Bhaptics vest, which I can't remember the original price of it, but it was fairly expensive. But it was really cool, but it felt more like an elite accessory for rich people, really. You know what I mean? Someone that would spend something on like $700-800, I think is what it was originally, just for the vest. It costs like $1,500 or something like that to get all the pieces. And I thought that it was cool, and I played a few games with it. I played through all the fight. That was really cool, getting punched. I mean, it wasn't cool getting punched, but it felt immersive.
Yeah.
Getting shot is really cool. I played I don't know if they have that listed on here or not. No, they don't have it listed, but what's that zombie game on Quest?
Oh, the one I spoke about a minute ago.
Is that did you mention it?
I did mention one of them in the list. Believe it or not, I just deleted the list to make room so I could read more of it.
Oh, no, that's fine. I got the list right here. I just don't...
It should be towards the bottom. There was a list of games.
Oh, Let's Go Chopping. I haven't tried it in Let's Go Chopping. It was an official Quest title. Death Horizon. Yes, thank you, Identity Crisis.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
And that one was interesting because, like, at one point in the video, you could see it because I was standing, I shot a couple zombies, and all of a sudden the zombie grabbed me from behind, and it literally like vibrates your back so bad it jumps you. So I screamed. And so that was very interesting. I haven't tried it with a lot of PC stuff. I know Half-Life Alyx works with it, so you can drop stuff into your backpack, and you feel it go down your back. So there's a lot of really cool things. I think with the level of the price of entry being a lot lower, I think a lot more games will start to support it. And apparently it's really easy for developers anyways. Not for me. I wouldn't know how to do it, but it's easy for developers to implement it. I was talking with RJ, the developer of Let's Go Chopping, or at least saw some information online of him talking about it. And he said it was very easy to implement. So I think it's something that can be easily done.
Yeah. I mean, in my mind, when it comes to PC VR, I think to myself, Phasmophobia.
Yeah, that's in development apparently.
Yeah, man, I can't wait for that, because when you go into the house of Phasmophobia, there is like an eerie sound that happens. But imagine if your heartbeat was there, kind of thing, or something. Yep. I don't know.
As your what do they call it? Your percentage goes lower and lower, or whatever it is.
Your heart rate raises or something.
Yeah. So you can start to feel it in your chest. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Or if something passes through you, if a ghost passes through you, can you imagine if you felt that? I
just can't. That's what I mean. I think things like that, it would just add to it. Yeah, and I'd like to see like Population 1. I think things like that would be absolutely fantastic to feel those bullets. Imagine feeling a real hard thump from a sniper shot as compared to maybe lighter shot, The
cool thing is that the way that it works, depending on how the haptic feedback is set up, you can feel it enter your back and go out through your chest. So it would feel more realistic because it's not just a thump. So like if you get hit by an arrow, for instance, is a game that you get hit by an arrow. I don't remember which one I played. You get hit by an arrow and it goes, oh no, it was the app, because they have the app you can test different haptic feedbacks in.
Yeah.
It hits you in the chest and you feel it exit your back.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. That'd be well, in a weird way, obviously. That'd be fantastic.
Oh, yeah, in a weird way, yeah, right?
Everyone wants to get hit in the back and have something explode out their chest. That'd be great.
Yeah, right. The next step is to have a haptic vest that includes something like heat and cold. So can you imagine you walk into the room where the ghost is in Phasmophobia and you feel the temperature drop on your body? That would be crazy.
See, funny enough, that's where I see it all going for us.
Yeah.
I see all that happening, and I think that would also happen for flat gamers as well.
Yep.
There's no reason they can't feel rumble and they can't feel heat. There's no reason at all. And I hope that this kind of stuff makes it. I don't really hear of anyone in Bhaptics or anyone talking about Bhaptics in traditional gaming.
No, yeah.
And I think that's a shame. I think it would be.
They said that it works because it uses audio cues. Apparently, you can plug into it. But not it's not really being pushed out there so much for that, which is a shame, because I mean with the PS5
it's a bigger audience. It's a bigger audience. Yeah.
Well, the PS5 you could be sitting on a couch or at a chair, have your headphones hooked to that, and then have that hooked to the jack on your PS5 controller, and you'd feel everything.
Yeah,
I might actually
exactly.
try that. So
Yeah, you know, it's things like that, and I think that would bring in more money, just more hashtags, more clicks, all that stuff,
yeah,
and that's what you want. I remember Mike doing something a long time ago about hot and cold in
yeah,
VR, and I can't
yeah.
remember for the life of me what it was.
It was like a facial interface, I think, that he had. It was like a face thing, and it was able to do different heat and cold things. I can't remember what it was, but it obviously didn't go anywhere really because I haven't heard anything about it since then.
No,
But there's also that weird smell one. Did you see that one?
I
At one
was
point
just
in
gonna
time?
say that. Funny enough, that a long time ago, I used to do like a developer interview show, and we had the guy from Sorrento. We interviewed him, and he said he tried it, and you could smell like blood and all this stuff, and it was like a mini vaporizer basically.
Yeah.
And but he said the price
Mm,
of these vape liquids were
hmm
incredible. I can't remember the name of it now for me. If anyone can remember it in the chat, because everyone was excited about it, but
Yeah.
because it was going to be on all the headsets as well, it's going to be compatible with all the headsets.
Yeah. Feel real.
Feel real, yeah. And then I
It wa-
think the vaping thing come in America, and it got
Yeah.
killed. So,
Yeah, it did. Yeah, that's what happened. It died. But I mean, that was one of those things where it would like had the scent of coffee or had the scent of gunpowder. You could fire a gun and you'd smell the gunpowder, which is cool if you could do it in a cheap and safe way, but it just didn't pan out that time.
okay, so Carl Odam says, yes, there are. Gamertag, how can you say that? I can say it because I just didn't know. He says, tons of normal games are using haptics. Well, that's awesome. I just never hear of it. I've only ever heard of it in VR. And even if I go on their Twitter following, I don't know anyone who is not VR related
Yeah.
in there. I mean, do you know anyone, Matt? I don't know of.
Not really, no. I mean, I'm sure that there are people out there, but it's not really being, at least with Bhaptics, maybe with Woojer or with some of the
Yes.
other companies there are, but I don't personally see a lot of it. Of course, I am in a VR bubble, so massively
Yeah,
VR
same, yeah.
creators I follow, so it's possible outside of that there is. I don't see any of it myself.
That's probably more likely what it is. There are even haptics for sim racing. I've got no doubt, man. I just think we're talking about haptics, and like Matt said, there's only so many hours in the day for me, and I can't keep up with loads of different social bubbles. Like, I'm literally encased in VR all the time, and everyone I speak to is about VR. So yeah, Venji, you got the Tesla suit, baby. Yeah, man. I follow them on LinkedIn. Amazing. I can't.
Yep.
Dude, I just think Ready Player One, we talk about that. I think that will happen one day. I think that really will happen. You're going to have, if you've got hot and cold already with the facial interface, it's only a matter of time till this stuff becomes, well, more importantly, affordable.
Yep.
That's what's
That's
important.
Once it hits that point where it's affordable and people can buy it and the market grows, you'll see a massive growth in all of this stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I can't wait, man. I can't wait for that.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah. But
like right now, it's just vibrations from motors. But once it gets to the point where you have sensors where you can literally feel the brush of a leaf going across your back, not just bullets. Can you imagine walking through a forest in virtual reality, just feeling the leaves passing over your, over your chest and stuff as you walk through it?
Do you know what I think of? I think of walking through an insane asylum with all the hands touching you. Now, I don't know whether it's because I'm a bit tired, I'm feeling a bit negative, I don't know, but I literally thought an insane asylum with all the people trying to grab you out of the beds and stuff like that would be crazy. That's what I imagine.
That would be creepy.
Who else we got? Yeah, man. Hi, I'm Steve. Contracts will be fired. We are going to talk about that. Everywhere but the crutch. Yeah, I do wonder if the adult industry is involved. That'd be interesting. Where are we?
The bad part about that is if you played a fighting game and they kicked you in the crotch, then you'd be in trouble.
Yeah, and then you got the weirdos out there who probably like it. Hello, Vinci, midlife. How you doing? So, but at the end of the day, we're talking about a chest Bhaptic vest, which I have tried one on, and they feel premium. It feels a very premium product. $299. That is, in my mind, in the affordable range. Whenever I look at something like that graphics card, I can't get a Founders Edition 3070. They're $469. Now, to me, I'm thinking $469. That's not too bad. That'll make my streaming better because I do everything from a single PC. Unfortunately, I couldn't get that, and then I went into the £500 area, and I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know. But yeah, the Bhaptics thing's definitely got me interested. Talking about saving money, the Humble Full VR bundle. Matt, have you got any information on this bundle? It says you can get Saints and Sinners for $17.
Yeah, it's crazy. Let me pull it up. I've got it right here. It's Saints and Sinners. It's got. Let me just read the list. It'll be easier.
Because I think it goes down in stages, doesn't it? You pay at a certain tier,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
you pay again, and it's like.
Yeah,
Like a
because pay
list.
what you want to help charity. So if you pay $1 or more, you get 3 games, which is ATEC Cybernetic, Archangel Hellfire, and Killing Floor Incursion.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's 3 games for $1. I mean, if you just want those.
Killing Floor's fantastic.
I've never played that one. I'll have to grab it.
It's really, dude. You can like chop people's arms and legs off and hit them with it, and it's honestly, it's actually a really good game. It's a really
Isn't
good
that
game.
by who is that? Is that by
Tripwire.
Tripwire? That's what it was by. Yeah,
I love that on PSVR. If you've got a PSVR, I always recommend Killing Floor. It's fantastic.
Check it.
It's really good.
If you pay $10 or more, it adds in raw data. And then if you pay, did you play raw data? I played it a little bit. I wasn't a huge fan.
No, I played it and I liked it, but I just don't see the relevance of the jump.
Oh no, yeah.
I don't see why it's gone for a buck.
No, yeah,
for
to 10,
two really good games, I think, and then another $9 for one.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, there we go.
And then if you do 1573, and this is all American, 1573 or more, you unlock I Expect You to Die and Creed on top of that.
That's fantastic.
I know, it's crazy. And then for just a little bit more than that, for 17 or more, you unlock Saints and Sinners and Zero Caliber along with all of that.
Shit.
That's a lot of games for $17.
That's fucking unbelievable.
I have several of them. I almost wish I didn't, just so that I could get the full value of it.
That is absolutely unbelievable. And that's the thing, like we've said it before. End of the day, I think if you PCVR is an expensive thing to get into, but the price, the money you save on games,
yeah.
I mean that's unbelievable.
Yeah, it says it's $219 worth of games.
Yeah, so it's Humble Bundle is what you want to type in, and when you
Humble
go over
Bundle,
there,
yep.
it's in going to the VR section, I believe, because I checked it out earlier.
Yep.
And it looks amazing.
Yeah, it's just called Fall VR. There's 12 days, 23 hours, 20 minutes, and 1 second left to get it. So you got plenty of time. You just don't have to hurry, but just don't forget about it.
Plenty of time. I'm just going to adjust our video things here because we're going to quickly jump over and have a look at the trailer.
Yep.
In a second.
It's actually Humble Bundle is a really good place to get regular games too. I buy from there pretty regularly.
Yeah, I've never really
used good bundles.
I've never really used it. So, like, would you prefer it over Steam, for example? I mean,
well, it uses Steam,
right?
So all of those codes you're getting for VR are all Steam codes. You just enter them in Steam. It's just that they sell them for charity is what they do. So they get a whole bunch of developers or whatever together that don't mind selling their game at a discounted price, I assume, and then they give all the money to charity, I think, once it's all said and done.
Well, fair play, because I mean, I've always wanted to play. I can't. Did you say Hellfire Archangel?
Yep.
So I only ever
that
played,
was part of the dollar one.
Yeah. So I never played Archangel, the original game, on PSVR, and we were told I think Hellfire is the multiplayer version of that game, like Pacific Rim almost.
Yep, it's co-op 1 to 4 players. It says.
Yeah, I never ever got in there. I never got to, so I might actually jump over. Unfortunately, I've got a lot of the other games.
Yeah.
As soon as you get PCVR, you start just buying all sorts of stuff. There's a lot of random stuff to buy. So,
but the cool thing is if you have some of these and you have a friend that doesn't, split the price and trade the codes back and forth or whatever, because they're all Steam codes. They're not linked directly to your account. They should be actual keys that you get.
Ah, yes. So let me just get this next video up. It's in latest vids. Oh, hold on, actually. How bloody long is this video? Let me just check. I was going to talk about it, but so Hinge. Let's have a look.
Oh, Hinge, yeah, that looked freaking creepy.
It does look creepy. I just want to make sure it's only 2 minutes long. That's cool. One of them I downloaded, and I was thinking this is taking ages, and it's 8 minutes. It's an 8-minute trailer, and I was like, I'm not playing an 8-minute trailer. So yeah, let's cut over and have a look at Hinge, which I've got no details for at the moment, I believe.
Pull some up if you want while we're watching it.
Yeah, cool. If you could do that. Marchu, that'd be awesome. Let's have a look. Oh, that is so cool. There we go, let's transition back. And yes, Matt, you have volume.
I was just gonna ask if
yeah. Dude, that looks fantastic.
it looks really creepy. One person I saw commented on it. I don't know where the comment was from. They said something like it looks like Dread Halls, but with better graphics.
Yeah, so it's got a BioShock kind of look for me.
Yes,
it
does,
kind of
yeah.
reminds me of that bit in like Batman Arkham VR where every time you turn around something changes.
Yes, yeah.
And it's got the bit from Dread Halls where like the gargoyles that only move when you move when you don't look at them. That's terrifying. That looks really good.
It looks creepy. I guess it's being released in episodes. The first episode is releasing on November 27th, episode 1. And it just says, Hinge is a VR horror that takes place in a nightmarish building filled with high-quality graphics and sound effects. The game creates an environment of suspense as you struggle to survive in an oppressive environment of horror that chases you wherever you go. So, I mean, it sounds creepy. I guess it says it's set in an American metropolis of the early 20th century, right after the Spanish flu epidemic. Takes place in a skyscraper full of fashionable Art Deco apartments built by an eccentric millionaire who is actually an occultist and head of a mysterious cult.
That sounds absolutely mental. So
it definitely does. It looks really good too, visually.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, visually. I mean, if that is, it looks like capture gameplay because of the field of view and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks awesome. I cannot wait to check that out. Did you say there was a date or anything like that?
Yep, November 27th. So 2
No
weeks
way.
Away. Yeah.
Man. And then we've also got Star Wars coming.
That comes out the 19th.
That comes out on the 19th. What else have we got? Can you think of off the top of your head?
Let's see. I know that Contractors is coming to Quest on December 3rd.
We've got Prison Boss as
Prison
well.
Boss is coming December 3rd. Yep.
Yep.
Let me see.
Warhammer.
Yep. Warhammer's supposed to come out sometime next month, right?
Yeah, because
it was supposed to come out this month. Remember they said last week it was coming out tomorrow, and it was originally scheduled to be released last week, but then it was pushed to next month.
Yep.
And Medal of Honor is coming out in December. You can't forget that.
Oh my God, there's just so much going on. So anyway, as well, tomorrow, November 12th, BTS Music Pack, and Tiny Tan. I don't know what the hell that is, Tiny Tan. I'm not sure. Bring all the world's love and good vibes into Beat Saber. Slice and dance to hits like Dynamite, Boy with Love, Mic Drop in their biggest Beat Saber pack so far. I've got no idea.
It's a K-pop band.
Yeah, I've got no idea how much it is or anything like that. I don't know, but it comes out tomorrow. I probably won't be featuring this one personally. I don't know. Yeah. I might check it out. I'm not sure whether I stream it or not. I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. I'm kind of thinking I want to play some more Saints and Sinners at the moment.
I thought you were going to say Pop 1.
No, I think the channel and me need a bit of a break from Pop 1. Like, because probably the guys watching it play it anyway. You know, so yeah, I do want to finish The Walking Dead. I'd like to put that behind me and get that done. Yeah, so Meow Meow the Gamer Cat says, I wonder how Battle Sister will really turn out. Yeah, so I don't know if you know, me and Matt have spoke about it. We both have actually played it, and it was a game we both chose not to cover. It was just too early.
Yeah, it was a very, very alpha version of it. And it even says right at the beginning when you go into it, this is an extremely early build that does not reflect the final build of the game. I'm hoping that they've done a lot of work to it just because it was it had a lot of potential. I mean, just what I saw had potential.
Yeah.
It just had a lot of polishing, a lot of glitch fixing and stuff to really make it work right.
I think what stands out to me in that game was I thought everything was very nice and shiny. I thought it looked good. I like the artwork in Warhammer though. You know, all that armor and the weapons. And there's a really cool bit right at the beginning where you see like these two giant mechs fighting. And that is so cool. Like I was in my video I made but I never put out. I was just standing there watching. And the lady's like, come on, we got to go. And I'm like, is one of them going to win? I don't know. I did. But yeah, so I think it's definitely one we're all looking forward to. So we might as well carry on talking about that anyway, quickly. So yeah, Warhammer got delayed till December. They are looking for more platforms, apparently, which are Steam and PSVR, which would be pretty cool if it actually happens. The upcoming VR first-person shooter will offer a full single-player campaign on release and one cooperative multiplayer mode planned for either release like the same day or afterwards as like an update. James Horn says they've got a couple of modes they are working on. And one of them is Horde mode as well. So, and they desperately want to do PvP because there's a couple of levels that look like kind of GoldenEye or Aztec feel to them. As soon as you said GoldenEye, I'm like, nah, man, you're pulling at my heartstrings. I love GoldenEye, so I'm not going to look too much into that comment. But yeah, I mean, another multiplayer shooter as well.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I feel like it's a last minute thing. Because we're not really just hearing about it. Hopefully that doesn't mean that it is not really well thought out.
Boy, Brown, that's the thing, right? He's put that AI look terrible in Warhammer. In my mind, you should never have seen it like that. You know, unless...
No, yeah.
And I don't mean that if you're a tester or something, you can see it. But I think if you put it out to general public, like, games will look terrible at some point in any life cycle.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we felt putting it out, because we had a conversation about it, we felt putting it out would just do more damage. For example, Boy Brown, like you're saying, the AI looked terrible, but maybe the AI just wasn't finished. So people are going to think, oh, I don't want to see it. But then again, maybe when it comes out, or no doubt actually, we will cover the game anyway. But yeah, it was. I did see a couple of videos go up about it, and I was a bit like, oh God, I wish that wouldn't have happened. Yeah, did you want to talk about Cosmophobia? Have you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
If I can find it right there. Cosmophobia, the Oculus Quest version has been confirmed, which I think is really cool. Holy. Michael got a $50 donation.
Gilson, dude. Thank you, man. Wow, thank you ever so much. That's crazy. Thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Dude, that is amazing because I am running on empty. And I was doing this, trying to get it all together, and I'm panicking. I'm like, oh my God, I haven't got time. I only just took my work t-shirt off. So thank you ever so much for that. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Cheers. I might actually turn down an overtime shift and have an extra day off. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Let me see.
Sorry, man. Cosmophobia.
Oh, no, yeah, Cosmophobia. So Cosmophobia was announced earlier this year, I think. It's by the developers of Dreadhalls, White Door Games. So it's going to be terrifying and atmospheric, I'm sure. The game was announced earlier this year for PC VR, and at the same time, the developer said that the Quest and or PC VR release was not off the cards. Well, we still don't have any word on the PSVR release. White Door Games announced last week that Cosmophobia will be coming to the Oculus Quest.
I think, knowing this guy has made Dreadhalls... this is going to be good. And what I'll do is I actually interviewed the developer a very long time ago, and I'll put a link to that video in this video description, because I can't even remember it really. All I know is I saw this. I remember seeing a clip of this. I don't know if I've got a video on it now, but I remember seeing it and thinking, this looks like Dead Space. It's got like a crossbow in it, and it looks like Dead Space. And I thought, man, like I'm a big fan of Dead Space. Back in the day. Oh yeah, I have got a little teaser trailer to go up. So yeah, should we flip over and have a look at the teaser trailer quickly?
Yeah, sure.
I think that'd be pretty cool. Let me just get that ready.
I know it looks creepy. In the Quest trailer, it was really more of a teaser showing gameplay, so we got to see kind of more how it worked.
Yes, I think this is the Quest trailer, and I haven't seen this before.
Okay.
Let's transition over. That sounds good. What is it? Oh, it jumps at you right at the end. Right, transitioning back. There's a little bit at the end. This spider thing jumps at the camera. I guess I'm wondering. As I said, the interview must have been, I don't know, over 6 months ago. And maybe I'm wondering, he's probably not in a rush because Dreadhalls is probably selling really well on Quest.
Yeah. Is my mic muted still? I just want to make sure.
No, your mic is not muted, dude. That is one of my focuses for today.
Okay.
It's not to be my co-host.
Yeah, I don't know when it's going to be out, but he definitely probably is doing really well. I know I've seen a lot of new people jumping into Dreadhalls, so he's not probably in a huge hurry to get this out there.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah, but I think that there's definitely some visual differences between the PC version and the Quest version.
Wow. Get to jump to the interview was on the 23rd of March. That is a long time ago.
Yeah.
Dreadhalls is terrible in my opinion and very boring, says Mark. That's it, man. You can't please everyone. I loved it. I loved that game.
Scared the crap out of me.
It scared the crap out of me as well. There's one of those. Me and Miss GZ got a bit of a memory about it. And I clipped the video, and I was getting chased by this like witch, and the chat was saying to me, "Dude, all you got to do is turn off the light or something, and she won't be able to see you, or something like that." But she kept coming at me, and I thought they're lying to me. So I turned it on and run, and I kind of thought in my head, because the game didn't look necessarily expensive. It doesn't look an expensive game. And I thought, oh, the witch won't. She was still coming. I thought she wouldn't be able to find me, but she kept coming. So I run into another room, and then like this shadowy figure appeared in front of me. Or I turned and he was there, and then I turned back and there was another one. Oh, it scared the crap out of me, dude. The dog jumped. I swore. I was like, that's it. Stream's over. It scared the crap out of me. I'll never forget it, though. I'll never forget that moment.
Yeah, that game is mostly atmospheric. That really causes the scare, I think, because you don't really know what's going to happen next, and it's different every time you play it because it changes.
Yeah.
But this one looks like it's going to be similar in atmosphere as far as like the really scary stuff. But I like the idea of being able to like distract the different creatures and stuff, whatever that was that jumped at you at the end. He tried distracting it and it didn't work.
Yeah.
And the robot you had to distract. I think that it'll be interesting to see. It says it's running on Quest, so I'm wondering if it's not running on Quest 2 in that video. So it might actually look better for Quest 2. I'm not sure.
Yeah, not only that, I think when you natively do something like that on Quest, obviously that field of view wasn't great. Yeah. It needs to be a bit wider, to represent what you're seeing in the headset.
Yeah.
Because
it's going to look a lot different as far as that, because it was zoomed in, it was cropped in to fill the whole screen.
Yeah, for sure. So let's move on to Prison Boss, which has actually got a massive following. I've seen some channels get amazing views by doing series of this game. Prison Boss VR is bringing its job simulator in jail gameplay to Oculus Quest December 3rd. That is a lot of games. I'm thinking now, we're getting a lot of games. Like, it's the 11th of November now. We're going to be busy again.
Yeah, right.
VR is just getting smashed with some amazing titles.
This holiday is going to be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, what about the new people in VR? Like, how on earth they've probably just got a Quest 2, seeing these really cool games like, as we said, Pistol Whip, Super Hot, blah blah blah, whatever else, and then you got all these new ones coming out. It must be so
they're never going to be able to catch up. Which I guess is good. It just shows that there's a library of stuff that they can play.
Yeah, for sure. Just give me a second because my internet has just decided to change. Hold on.
So I've never personally played Prison Boss before.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I know I did a video the other day with upcoming games, and a few people commented and said that they really like Prison Boss and they're excited for it to come. And if it's, I guess it's kind of like Job Simulator in that the way that you play it, but I've never actually played it.
Yeah, I did play it. I needed some help because I couldn't quite figure out what the hell I was doing.
Yeah.
As I said, I was trying to make a lot of money selling cigarettes. That's what I remember. Selling money. So anyway, yeah. So it says the port to Oculus Quest and Quest 2 is expected to sell for $20. And yeah, you push around cigarettes, alcohol, cookies to other inmates while avoid being caught by the warden. And you can customize your cell as your reputation grows, earn cash until you can't store anymore, and become the prison boss. So yeah, if you ever wanted to be the boss of a prison or just visit prison, because you haven't been there, you know.
PD says to tell you that internet is playing up in the UK Virgin Media issues.
Oh no, well, unless my son is Virgin Media, it's not that. It will be my son sitting there downstairs, bless him, waiting for me to finish at some point. Podcast Animations, how are you doing? Thank you for joining. JNOVR, how you doing, man? Thank you for yesterday as well. Jumping in, that's cool. Bye, E. Alien Isolation is absolutely fantastic. I love that. I feel like playing that again in virtuality. Because now I've got a bigger audience as well. I think you can make a great live stream. I just love that game so much. It's so cool. But yeah, Matt, I think you'll really enjoy Prison Boss. I just needed to understand what it wanted me to do.
Yeah. I downloaded a demo, I think, on PSVR a long time ago, and I tried it briefly, and then I just wasn't sure what to do, so I stopped.
Yeah, basically, yeah, that's what happened to me, but I was live. So, as typically goes, After the Fall has been delayed.
Yep.
Me and Mike from the VR Oasis did play it at Gamescom. We come away. I come away thinking it looked pretty cool. I really enjoyed it. But there was, for a game that was trying to, it's hard to say. I think we was thinking it was going to be like a survival game, more because it's like zombies and stuff. And it was very arcadey. But I kind of want that now because I really wanted that with Onslaught, but with the co-op and multiplayer.
Yeah.
Okay. So this game tends to be that. So Virgo Games said, we have made the difficult decision to move the launch of After the Fall to early 2021 to ensure the development team has sufficient time to deliver the experience that meets their vision. We want to make After the Fall the best and most gripping co-op VR FPX experience possible. However, with the current outbreak and everything going on in the world, they are facing some challenges. We understand this is not the news you were hoping to hear, but they can assure you that they would have loved to have delivered it to you this holiday. Personally, I don't think you should rush this stuff, but they're saying they would love to have delivered the game to you this holiday. At the same time, they want to deliver the best 4-player co-op action VR FPS that you can expect from them.
Yeah. I'd rather them wait and see a really good co-op experience.
Well, I think the other thing is what we're saying is there's no lack of distractions.
Yes, right.
There's no lack of games out there. You know, it's not like we're sitting here going, what are we playing next? You know what I mean? There's a lot of new stuff coming over the holidays. So I think it's worth it, you know? Yo, mate, how's it going? Midlife? Why do I need my own landline? What is going on?
Mrs. GT said that she said, sorry, that was Mini GT uploading her homowork. That's
right.
Why
there you go. Yeah. there's 2 Mini GTs in the house that are doing stuff on the internet quite a lot. But yeah, After the Fall, very much looking forward to it. I really, really hope they stick to the 4-player co-op thing.
Yeah.
And I hope it happens.
I mean, they did, that's Vertigo, so that's Arizona Sunshine.
Yep.
And even though it's not perfect, the co-op in that is fun.
Absolutely. And I've said that before, even the Horde mode.
Yes, that's 4-player, right? Horde mode's 4-player.
Yeah, the wave mode. And that's when some people will say to me, oh, I'm getting sick of zombie games. GT, I'm sick of zombie games. There's so many zombie games. And I'm like, yeah, but there's only one that has that multiplayer kind of thing going on. And that is Arizona. Because, I mean, I don't know if anyone's seen the Quest 2 Enhanced version, but I thought that was quite significant as an update.
It was, yeah.
I thought it really was. Like when I made that video because I went in there and I could see it, like plain
Yeah.
as day. I could see it. So
Well, I was supposed to get access to it a couple of times earlier than I did. So I kept checking it. I was like, it looks the same. So I recorded it and tried it against the Quest one version. I was like, no, this is the same.
yeah,
And then, because I wasn't sure how big of a difference it was going to be. And then I got an email saying, it's there. I pop it on. I was like, whoa, yes, it's definitely not,
yeah,
doesn't look exactly the same.
yeah. It was definitely changed. So yeah, if you got a Quest 2 and you haven't played Arizona, I would definitely suggest jumping in there and taking a look.
Yeah. And it's especially fun. You can do co-op through missions, and you can even do horde mode is one of my favorite things to do, because you get to watch people stick to the ground and run the way they run in that game. It's almost worth buying.
How much of that game did we play together? Did we just do the new DLC?
Yeah, we did 2 of the new DLCs, I think. I think we did. Yeah, we did, because we finished one and then I got sick in one.
Yeah.
And then we also did horde mode together at one point.
Yeah. Jeff Bob, I have a question, GZ. Do your kids watch your streams? No, they don't. They've got no interest in me whatsoever. So they're just like, no, they don't. They don't care. So, anyway, let's take a look at. It's VR as well. Like, I love VR, but my daughter's not really. I mean, she plays it sometimes. She'll come up here and play games. Like, she's played Among Us in VR. She loves Electronauts, Rec Room. She does play that stuff, but especially with this podcast, she wouldn't be interested, because it's like news and chats about VR, and she doesn't really understand about anything about VR apart from it's a bit of fun. So yeah, this is called Yuki. Arvor, the studio behind the most popular nostalgic VR series Pixel Ripped, which I absolutely love, did announce their latest project called Yuki. Apparently it's a throwback to classic gaming genres, combining VR with a bullet hell shooter. So let's take a look at the trailer right now. Nice, and we are transitioning back over.
What do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah.
What of that game?
Yeah.
I think it looks kind of like Nights into Dreams, a little bit. If you remember that back on like Mega CD and Saturn. I don't know if it was on Mega CD. I could be wrong. I think it was just on Saturn. But they did obviously update it. And what was that game we recently had that was like in mixed reality as well? And you had like the characters, and it was a shoot 'em up. Was it Overshoot?
Oh, yeah. What was it called?
I can't.
I know what you mean.
I can't remember what it was called. Over something, and it was really good. I really enjoyed playing it. And it kind of.
I can't remember what it's called, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that was fun to play.
Yeah, that was fun to play, and I kind of think it's going to be like that, because it says at the end of the video, grab your figurine type thing, your toy. I think that'd be pretty cool as well if they'd done like a limited edition where you actually had a character in your hand on the controller or something.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
So what do you think of it?
I think it looks interesting. I love the pixel ripped games, so I'm definitely going to give it a shot. And I like the idea of the same type of thing where you're grabbing a figure, like an action figure, and essentially flying it through the air as if you're Yes, Shooty Skies Overdrive. That's what it was.
Meow. Gamer Cat, well done, man. Thank you.
And Chef Bob wants me to show my silver play button.
Yeah. Yeah, where is it?
It's upstairs right now. I can go get it in a minute.
Oh.
That it looks interesting. I think it's different than the Shooty Skies Overdrive in that it looks like you're moving through space, whereas Shooty Skies Overdrive,
Yes.
you're standing in one spot.
Yep.
It looks like if, as a kid, if you ever took your action figure and imagined you were flying it through the air and holding it in the air, that kind of what it looks like to me.
And there were bits of that in Pixel Ripped.
Yes,
There were moments like that. But as you said, even in Pixel Ripped, you wasn't moving through space, I don't think. You were just sitting there and you were flying around. And in Pixel Ripped as well, that was definitely a hint to Star Fox. Because the ship looked very similar. And but yeah, you're right. You are right. It looks like you're traveling through space with your figure. So yeah, pretty cool. What do you guys think of that in the chat? You looking forward to that? Thank you, Meg McCreamy, for reminding everyone to hit the like button. Thank you ever so much for all your support, for being here today. As always, without you guys being here to watch, the podcast wouldn't be what it is today. And thank you to everyone who listens to the podcast as well, because as I said, that is like in the 200s now each week, which is really cool. Midlife says the game looks cool and it reminds me of Space Harrier. I can see that completely.
Yep.
I love Pixel Rips. It's so well made. And he wants to get 1889. I don't think they ever made 1889. They made 1989, I think. 1889 would be interesting.
Yeah, that would be an interesting game. I haven't played 1989 on the Quest yet.
You'd be like Horse and Carriages or something.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like my type of game. Yeah, man, let's see. It's yeah, hopefully we'll all check it out and see how it goes. But at least we know whatever they're going to try and achieve, I think they will achieve.
Yeah,
being that development studio.
Get that a Chopper said, how do people feel about games coming out that seem to be the same as those before? I'm almost at the point I need innovation in new games or improvements to existing genres.
Yes. Do you know, I mean, going a bit behind the scenes, I get emailed a lot about indie games. Wave shooters, I'm very hesitant to play wave shooters anymore. They just, even though they might look slightly different, I kind of think like there's nothing. I don't feel like there's much new for me to experience. So I tend to say no, thank you. Or most of them aren't even looking for a reply. To be fair, they're just like a mailing list thing. What about you, Matt? Do you feel the same as that a little bit?
Yeah, if there was one genre I had to pick in VR, that would be the one genre that I've gotten to the point where it has to be very unique to play it.
Yeah.
Because wave shooters, there seems to be a lot of them. And if it was unique, then I'd probably play it. But overall, I think that's the thing that happens with video games, period. I mean, any platform is going to have games that feel similar in some way or another.
Yeah.
And innovation is definitely great, but also because VR is so new, I think people are a little scared to innovate, because if they create something totally out of the box and people hate it, then they don't have a large audience. That there could be a pocket of people. You could literally put a game out and it's a good game and a small amount of people like it, but with VR being so small, it's not like with PS4 or Xbox where you release a game and you could have 40 or 50,000 people that download it, and that's a small amount of people.
Yeah.
VR could be 1,000 people download it because you know what I mean? Because it's just something that a very few amount of people like. And I think people are scared to really innovate unless it's a big studio.
Yeah. And another problem is being a YouTuber, or whatever you want to call it, is that you don't want to play something you're not going to enjoy.
Yeah.
Because that's the worst thing you could do, because you like that game might be, I don't know, £5 on Steam. So there's actually nothing wrong with anyone else just going, oh, well, you know, you got the refund policy, you can leave a review. I think that's one of the best things about the Quest store and the Steam, the fact that you can just leave them reviews. Like, I know you can do it on PlayStation, but I've never really seen anyone really care about it. But on the Quest, for some reason, it matters. You know, you see those reviews, even though the Quest store is very positive. It's very hard to find, in my opinion, a level review. Because people are just excited, because a lot of people are new as well. So it can all be explained. But yeah, wave shooters for me are the games that I'm a bit like, oh, I don't think I want to play that. What I want to see more is actually platformers.
Yeah, I love platformers.
Yeah, I'd like to see more platformers. I never really got sick of platformers back in the day. You know,
No,
I loved it.
no, it's like Ratchet and Clank, the new one on PS5. I'll be picking that up because I love the Ratchet and Clank series.
Yeah. I've always wanted Jak and Daxter, and I think that is the
Oh
same.
yes,
Is that the same studio, or is that? I can't remember. Who's Jak and Daxter?
Somniac does Ratchet and Clank. I don't remember who does Jak and Daxter. I loved that game, that whole series.
Jak and Daxter was absolutely fantastic.
But then we've got Ven coming out for VR, and that looks really good. That looks kind of a combination of Jak and
Ven.
Daxter and yeah, Ven. It's like a combination of Crash and Jak and Daxter. It looks like.
Yeah, that looks wicked. Oh, I was gonna. As soon as I think of platformers now, I do think of Ven.
Yep.
I really want to get on that. Tyler Craig says there is too many horror games. Boy Brown says it's time for a rum and coke. Morgan B, thank you ever so much. I do hope you check out more episodes in the future. Thank you for joining.
Naughty Dog, yes. Jak and Daxter was done by Naughty Dog. Yeah,
oh, it's no wonder it was bloody quality then.
Yeah,
Christ. Yeah, imagine if they. Do you know what I thought on PlayStation? Crash Bandicoot would get a virtuality mode at some point.
I wish.
I really did. I really thought it was bound to happen. If someone would have said put money on it, I thought it would have happened, but it still hasn't, which is a shame because I feel like a studio that size could take the risk.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, for the fan base. But
I think that one game that may not be innovative as far as flat games to VR, because there's so many flat game versions that are like it, but Medal of Honor, I think, is going to be innovative in that it's going to be very big. From everything that I've seen, Medal of Honor Above and Beyond is going to be a full-blown Medal of Honor game.
Yeah.
With a full-blown campaign. But I was watching the trailer a few times today, and some of the mechanics in that just look incredible. I mean, you fall out of it's either fall or jump. I can't tell, from out of an airplane. You're going into what looks like Normandy in the U-boats. I mean, it's going to be insane. I remember playing, I can't remember if it was Medal of Honor. It might have been the original Call of Duty, where you get dropped in D-Day. You get dropped on Normandy.
That was Medal of Honor.
Yeah, so I'm
pretty sure it was Medal of Honor. Yeah.
The first time I played that flat screen, I was in awe. And so, I mean, I can't even imagine playing that in virtual reality. I personally, I love Half-Life and I love Half-Life Alyx, but I'm actually more excited for Medal of Honor than I was for Half-Life Alyx.
If I watched the trailer to Medal of Honor right now, it would be my #1 upcoming game.
Yes, for me too.
That trailer is absolutely sick, and I have deleted it because I kept playing it on the show. It's crazy. So, on to some news about PSVR, because I think it was a couple of days ago it come out about Blood and Truth. That they've have I actually got what they've said? Let me have a look. Unless you got it written down there, Matt. What?
Let me see the PSVR.
PSVR exclusive. I don't think I actually recorded exactly what they said.
No.
But they said...
No, I just have information.
Yeah, so they said it's going to be higher resolutions, faster frame rates of up to 90 FPS. Which basically means that they're going to get patched.
Yeah.
So, which is cool. I think... Is it? Let me have a look. PSVR games with unlocked frame rates and dynamic resolution could see PS5 improvements. Sony confirms today... PSVR games running on PS5 via backwards compatibility can see improvements if they have specific features. Okay, so it's not a patch.
Yeah.
In a frequently asked question released on PlayStation Blog, the company clarified that some games with unlocked frame rates, dynamic resolution up to 4K may see higher fidelity. Okay. For example, earlier today, Sony London studio confirmed that a new update for PSVR exclusive Blood and Truth would enable a higher resolution. Oh, it is an update. And faster frame rates of up to 90 FPS. Based on this new information, it's not that Sony London is patching the game to specifically run better on PS5. PS4 games can't be patched with PS5 specific features, but by the process of unlocking the frame rate and resolution, Blood and Truth should achieve a better performance automatically. Okay, right, we got there. Okay, so they can unlock the resolution and the frame rate, and then the PS5 does the rest.
Yeah, that is a roundabout way of saying that games can be better for PS5. They just can't make them better. They just unlock what they're already trying to do.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and then Firewall Zero Hour said it offers reduced loading times because of the the SSD obviously, improved visual fidelity, and an additional increase in super sampling in pixel density. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how much better that looks, because this when you capture PSVR gameplay, if you're a streamer or someone who makes gameplay, you capture via the social screen, and the social screen does not look like the headset. It looks actually fantastic. As in the headset, it doesn't always look fantastic or as fantastic. So it'd be interesting to see what these games look like in the headset.
Yeah, I have my adapter here that just came in
Oh,
yesterday.
I know you do, you lucky sod.
So I have that. So when tomorrow, as long as it actually arrives tomorrow with the PS5, I'll be able to try it and see how it works.
Boy Brown, oh man, if I could super chat you, I would. Does it offer reduced lobby times? Oh mate, File 0 hour. Imagine that if they put that out as an update.
I actually saw that.
Oh.
I think it's starting at the end of November. Any PSVR purchases for the Iron Man bundle are going to have the adapter included.
Yes.
So we might actually see an influx of new people going to PSVR. So it might actually end up in reduced lobby times, depending on how many people buy into PS5 and PSVR at the same time.
Boom. And Decepticon. Oh, yeah. How you doing, man? Thank you for joining us in Rec Room the other day. That was really cool. And you got Cold Yogurt says he's picking up PS5 tomorrow at GameStop. Matt, are you getting yours delivered, or are you picking it up? Or
mine's supposed to be delivered, usually around 11 a.m. my time, probably.
All right, cool. Have you, Magma Creamy, have you seen the new Oculus casting update? You can now cast to your computer or Google Chrome. Music. No, I haven't seen that.
That would bypass having to cast to a Chrome if you can cast it directly to your computer.
Yeah, so I have to do that via a wire. I have to do it like another way. But yeah, do you know what? Every way I've tried casting doesn't actually give you that good of results. But it depends on the game. So when I watch my old videos of Lies Beneath on Quest, it actually looked pretty good because it's quite a slow game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as soon as I played like Solaris, oh, what a mess. I was really not happy with the footage afterwards.
Oculus is really doing themselves a disservice by not giving us an easier way to record and cast footage for this type of stuff, because they rely a lot on games being played and shown to people to sell them and to sell the hardware.
Yeah.
So I would think that would be a priority. Unfortunately, it hasn't turned out that way.
No, yeah. Boy Brown, funny enough, I was talking to Matt about this. We have spoken about Xbox Series. Oh, you're getting an S? I was thinking about getting an X. I was considering it the other day. Did you? I think someone posted it in the Discord, the fake Xbox on fire thing.
Oh, vaping into the Xbox.
Yeah, man.
Venchi said, can you help answer this? Does Medal of Honor support multiplayer? It is going to have a multiplayer mode, which is going to be insane to have a multiplayer Medal of Honor in VR.
Yes, and we will be streaming that on this channel as we do like Pop 1 for probably a week long.
Yeah, or longer.
Or longer. Boy Brown says Solaris patch should be out this month for Partying Up. Dude, if that happens, that's another stream I'm looking forward to doing.
I want to actually really jump in and play that. I did that initial gameplay video, but I want to jump in and play more. I haven't, because I personally enjoy playing with people that I know more than playing with random people, only because it's just, you end up knowing who you're going to have in your squad. Yeah, it's the same thing with Population 1. I don't mind playing with people that I don't know. I just prefer playing with those that I do know.
Yeah, I think the problem is when you come across someone who doesn't want to talk.
Yeah, right.
And that can, and you know, those games, especially like Solaris, they are games, and particular Population 1, where communication really helps. So, Ready Player Rick, thank you ever so much for the £3, dude. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for all your support, dude. He's here every week. He's here every week. Yeah, fist bump, dude. Fabstar, Air Receiver, $3.49 on the Microsoft Store. Have you used it? Yes, I have. I've tried, as far as I know, every method. Every method. And in the end, I was using Scrappy, I think it's called. If you want to check that out and see how that looks, check out my... Let me just see what I've used last of all, because I haven't done much direct to Quest streaming.
You've been doing Link stuff lately, right?
Yeah, just for the chat, just because it's so much easier.
Oh yeah.
to talk to the chat. I think my Saints and Sinners videos are Quest 2 or Quest, and that is using Scrappy. But yeah, as I said, that is cabled still. And then I have to do my audio via Bluetooth, because it doesn't matter how you cast, the audio is delayed, and I've got a real issue with video and audio not matching up. So yeah, my bad. Hello Warren Gibbs, how you doing? Let me just up here. Adam, I have Star Wars Squadrons and I'm wondering if I should get a flight stick. Dude, I play it with an Xbox controller. It's easy with an Xbox controller, but it's definitely more immersive with a HOTAS.
Yeah, I love playing it with a HOTAS. It's really good.
And not only that, you can in Squadrons, there's like a middle throttle to brake area where your ship is at its most maneuverable. On a controller, it's really hard to do. You do get a sound, like a little bell or something like that, to let you know that you're in that area. But on a HOTAS, obviously, or a HOTAS, whatever you want to call it, you know, because you'll feel that you're moving the thrust to the correct point. So you actually, in my mind, it's more realistic and it feels better. So I would definitely say the HOTAS or HOTAS.
Yeah. That's definitely the better way to play it if you can.
Yeah. Chopper says, yeah, I got to say, when I tried to play Solaris more, I couldn't even get matches. We were saying that the other day, that Population 1 has grabbed the attention of everyone.
Yeah.
I think it really has.
Yeah, that's really pulled a lot of people from a lot of games, I think, over to it. And that's because you almost never have a hard time finding players in Population 1.
No, never. Well, and I remember when Solaris, it was the same when that launched. Everyone was jumping on that. I love Solaris. I absolutely loved it. But unfortunately, Population 1 come out. And that game is just... I can't explain it. Like, I literally could play it any time. And that's... like, regardless of all headset reviews and stuff like that, what the Quest does is it gets you in VR the quickest. And definitely. Anywhere. You cannot get over that ease. The ease of the Quest is... for me, its biggest selling point, and then obviously with the Quest 2, you've got all these other features. So yeah, like the other day, I think Mike rang me up. He wanted to check something out, and he said, "When are you going to be on?" I was like, 2 minutes, and I walked upstairs, and I was like, bang, loaded in. It starts up in 15 seconds. You load the game in, and you're in, like probably in around a minute or something. And it's like that is important. That is important.
It's incredible.
Yeah. For sure. Someone mentioned the G2. I think someone mentioned. I'm sure
somebody did up there. They asked if it was gonna. Boy Brown said, "Are you talking G2?"
Not today. So we were gonna have Jonah Popper, who I think is the community person for HP, and a guy called Connor, and they were going to come on the show and talk about it. But they were on another show recently, and I kind of thought if they come on here without me and Matt trying the headset, or at least one of us trying the headset, it's just kind of another plug. You're not gonna sit here and say, you're gonna say great things about your own stuff. Yeah, I'm sure most people will. If you're gonna a bet in person, you'd assume that. Yeah. And I thought it'd be nice if we could have some of our own impressions of the headset. And in that conversation, I think it'd be more real, especially for the viewer as well, because it would make more sense. So yeah, hopefully I'm gonna be receiving a review unit, and hopefully Matt will as well, and then we can talk about the headset in a bit more detail.
Yep.
Limitless, no worries, man. Take care. He said he's got to go, and he wishes us all the best. Thank you. Demon Ted, Oculus Quest 2 on the way, 24th of November. Nice. I can't wait to see you on there, dude. Yeah.
I love seeing people getting into VR. He says get back online again, so he must have had another headset before. But I just love every time I hear somebody say, I actually reached out to a company the other day. It's the funniest thing. This has happened 3 times. I've reached out to companies that have nothing to do with VR. I was just chatting, I was like, because sometimes I email people and I say, this is my channel. Do you want to partner for something, or do you want to try to do something just for fun? Because it's stuff that I personally love. And I'm like, you ever heard of this before? And 3 times this has happened where they've said, oh, you know what? I just bought a Quest, or, oh, hey, I know you from the channel. It's just funny because so many people are jumping into VR now with the Quest 2 that you can find random people and they're literally excited for it because they just got into it. It's incredible. I mean, I'm loving it.
Yeah, for sure. I think, and even if it's the gateway to getting in here, it's enough. It's enough to just as we said, as I think everyone will always say is in VR, the first hardest hurdle is to get them in the headset.
Yep.
Once
they're in, they're stuck, I think.
Yeah, I know.
They
I
get
was
sucked in.
Changed my life completely. So what else should we talk about? We've got contractors.
Yep.
That is also coming again. It feels like we're just talking games.
Yep. Contractors I am looking forward to because they've got the co-op version, the co-op maps that I'm looking forward to playing.
Yeah. Have we played this together, Matt? I can't remember. I think I made.
No, we played Onward together. We didn't play Contractors.
Right. Okay. So Contractors is coming to Oculus Quest early next month. The official. There is a beta that you can play now. I think it's still out there. You can get it from their Discord server and sideload onto your headset. But yeah, it is officially coming to the Oculus Quest. It will support crossplay with Steam and Oculus users on PC, which is absolutely fantastic. That is so important for any of these multiplayer games. It's one of the best things that's ever happened to VR cross-platform.
Definitely.
Contractors on Quest will also include the brand new character models, casual and competitive game modes, offline play, co-op missions, and over 30 weapons. And it launches on December the 3rd for $20.
That's not a bad price, really, either.
I think it's an excellent price. When I basically got that bit of info, I was like, that is a really good price. I think.
I already like the game. I think it's fun. But the co-op thing for me, I think is going to be really cool because I love online competitive multiplayer, but I think it's almost as fun, if not more fun, to jump into a cooperative game where you've got 4 good buddies that can jump in and work together to beat a level or to, whatever. I just think for some reason that's really attractive to me. I like doing that.
Yeah, for sure. I used to love it in Gears Horde mode. Yep. It was one of my favourite things back in the day. Caridian, how you doing? Nice, gaming ages. The phone VR headsets were an entry point, but they just couldn't match the Oculus entry point. Yeah, actually, I think mobile VR was... I don't really count it. It's a shame, really, because I don't really count it as my first VR experience, but it was. It was the first time that I saw virtuality, and I think you looked at a penguin or something and it did stuff, and that's how you interacted with items or anything. It was you had to look at it, and there was a couple of scary experiences in there as well, which I took to work, and it was really funny watching people react to it. But yeah, I did that, and then it was PSVR, and PSVR just blew my mind.
For me, it was backwards. I actually did PSVR first, and then someone gave me one of those headsets, so I had the concept of mobile, and I shared it with people, but I actually did, PSVR was my first foray into VR.
That is interesting. So yeah, that's... Come on, is it working?
This is the 3rd week in a row this has happened.
I don't understand it. I don't understand why you go to play a video and it just goes, meh. I'm semi-tempted to try the video again. All right, we're back. Oh, man. Why does that happen? I don't know if it happened if I go full screen with it. It's never happened. Do you know, that only ever happens when I play it in a mini screen.
It's weird.
It never happens when I play it full screen, which kind of makes me worried to play anything now. I get scared. I thought, if I get a new GPU, that'll fix that. No, it won't. No, I didn't know if it'd fix it or not. So yeah, let's then take a full screen look now at Tarzan. Which had one of the best mixed reality trailers I think ever made. I thought it was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it was great.
It was really good. So Tarzan VR episode 1 and 2 swings onto PC VR next week. Again, so much coming out November 17th with a 3rd episode coming later down the line. Yeah, just let's take a look.
Hi, my name's Doug Neighbors. I run FunTrain. We are a producer and publisher of episodic virtual reality experiences. Our first was The Exorcist Legion VR. Our brand new title is... We can't wait to show the whole thing to you.
Lord of the Jungle.
The really interesting thing about how this game was put together was the style, the art style. We wanted to sort of have you feel like you were inside the actual pages of a comic book, of 3D virtual reality comic book that feels kind of like the real world. It's you know, there's so many different art styles, and we really wanted to choose someone who would make it really, really cinematic and colorful and vibrant. And Joe Kubert, who did a million Tarzans, has this great style. We sort of adopted that look and feel, and that's really the world that we've created.
So here we are in the offices of Edgar Rice Burroughs Incorporated. We are located in Tarzana, California. And this is actually the office that was built in 1923 by Edgar Rice Burroughs himself. He would actually ride his horse down from his home and spend the days here writing his beautiful stories. So this is the Tarzan knife.
Oh my god.
Just a little small thing.
Tarzan, people seem to know him from around the world, but what they don't know is he was really the very first superhero in the entire world. There was no such thing as somebody known internationally who was not a real person, fictional, and he became the first one.
TOMAHAWK Studios is completely focused on VR. That's all we create. When we have the opportunity to work on Tarzan, there's elements of the Tarzan universe that are so suited to VR that we, jumped at the chance to really piece together an amazing world.
We were looking for a development team that loved playing VR as much as they loved making it. Stonepunk has spent months perfecting our swinging mechanics and our swinging technique to give it the most fun and the most immersion as possible.
Use each hand to grab a vine and swing. Swing, Tarzan, like we did.
Swinging in Tarzan is one of the most complicated things. It's actually a very, very tricky thing to put together. We want it to feel fluid and natural. Everyone knows Tarzan swings through the jungle, and that's going to be the first thing everyone's going to want to try. You're going to be able to swim, swing, climb, fight,
hit him where it hurts,
and explore.
Here at Fun Train, we come from a movie and television background, so when virtual reality emerged, we were really excited about the possibilities. And with Tarzan VR, we want players to feel as if they're stepping into the pages of a comic book, stepping into a world that they wouldn't be able to experience anyplace else.
Alright, cool. That actually looks pretty sick. Like, I was a little bit not excited about this, and now I'm kind of looking at it thinking, there was a game called 13. It just got a re-release or a remaster.
Oh, I love 13.
Yeah, it's really good. Well, it just got a re-release on Steam, and it's like $30, and people are kicking off because they changed the art style so much.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, it basically looks now like Fortnite kind of graphics
sucks.
instead of that, because Tarzan looks like what 13 did.
Yeah, like cel-shaded comic book art style.
Yeah, so yeah, and some people are not very happy about that, but that actually looks really good. It looks like it could be really good fun to check out. So
I think you should get a loincloth and play it in that.
what, for you? What, privately? Is that what you mean, Matt? That's weird. Why are you doing it? Why are you doing it on the show? I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, no, I would never do that. No. I don't know. Would I? I need a bit more of a tan. I think if I got a bit of a tan, I'd probably have a go at it. But yeah, and I don't know what Mrs. GT would say about it. But yeah, so, again, this month, very busy. Lots going on.
So much, it's hard to keep up with it.
It is. Reflecto Miss, how you doing? Miss GC says, no, I wouldn't. No, I'm not allowed. Goopal Gamer. Do you know what? Chances are people just got another notification that the show's on. So I'm wondering whether other people who didn't come in earlier.
I've been getting comments lately that people aren't getting notifications when I put a new video out again.
Yeah, same. Yeah, same. But I don't know what else to do. Otherwise, you just got to keep going on to people to ring the bloody bell. And
yeah,
it's crap. I think it's really crap because at the end of the day, if you follow someone on like Facebook or Twitch, I don't know if you can turn notifications off, but they're on automatically.
Yep.
Yeah. So
it should be on automatically.
Yeah, that makes sense. Why would I ever click subscribe on a channel and not want to watch what they're doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's so weird. It's so weird. And then you got to tell people, don't forget to ring that bell. And it's like, oh, I feel like a knob saying that all the time and stuff. Not that I ever do say it. Do I say it? I don't think I say that.
Not usually.
No.
Every once in a while you do, but you don't like pester anybody.
I think I forget. Tactile God, how you doing? Gamer Chick, the Diet Pepsi Cat, how you doing? Good. Paradise, how you doing, man? I'm so sorry. I know I don't see you in the chat, but I know you're here, obviously. So thank you. Okay, so then we've got No Man's Sky Next Generation update. Have you got anything about that, Matt? While I try and very scarily pull up this video. Oh god.
It says No Man's Sky Next Generation update is now live with PC improvements. It includes changes for PC players that should carry over to.
No, sorry, I was saying it out loud. I haven't got the video, so
okay,
it's fine. Sorry.
It says it improves the fidelity and experience when playing on PC VR. Just over a week ago, Hello Games announced the next big update for No Man's Sky, the Next Generation update. As the name implies, this update is heavily centered around next generation console support. However, high-end PC players will also receive some benefits that should carry over to PC VR version of the game. Let's see. In the patch notes, it says PC rigs are able to run No Man's Sky on the Ultra preset will see improved draw distance and environmental texture details such as foliage, rocks, and more. Plus, there's also a minor change that improves the visual effect of grass being pushed aside when walking through it. And then they said you might need a beefy rig to do it. But if you're able to run No Man's Sky on Ultra while also playing in VR, you should note these changes once the update hits. Of course, there are loads of next-generation console-specific improvements for the Series X and PS5 players as well. However, if you want to play No Man's Sky in PSVR mode on your PS5, you'll have to do it through backwards compatibility using the PS4 version of the game, so you won't see any of the new upgrades in PSVR.
This is what kind of worries me, because, like, No Man's Sky, as much as if you can remember how large the game is, the scale and everything that's going on, visually the game is bad. I don't know how people are going to react to that on PS5. Like, if you was a new person to VR and you went, right, yeah, I've got my PlayStation 5, I've got my PSVR, and you saw that in the headset, I think, genuinely, if you weren't used to VR, I think you would be gutted about that, personally. You know?
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I think you're right. And I think that there are a few games that might be like that, unfortunately. I'm hoping that some of the bigger PSVR games get those patch updates, or not patches.
Yeah, that's right.
The unlock.
Yeah.
So that they can get that. Like, I would love to see Batman Arkham, whatever it is, the Batman experience on PSVR get a massive update just so it looks even better than it already does, because it already looks great.
See, I was just going to say, I thought it looked absolutely fantastic on PSVR.
Oh, yeah, it already looked fantastic.
The game I'd love to see is Rush of Blood.
Oh, yeah. See, I couldn't even make it through the first part of that game when I originally played it, because I only played it when I first started VR, and it was like, it was like the pigs. I played the demo, and the pigs that were hanging, and you had, the things popping out from behind them. It scared the crap right out of me.
I absolutely love Rush of Blood. I don't know how many times I've completed that game. It's insane. How are we doing? We've got DJ, Richard Wiley, Tactical God. So you guys must have got a no notification because you haven't been here for the rest of the show, I don't think. Rigo, how you doing? Tactical God, nice.
Guy-san's here too.
Guy-san! Zambroji, thank you ever so much for saying you enjoy the show. Who else have we got in here that I haven't seen today? Cornerstone, nice.
The Bearded Bard is here.
The Bearded Bard. Will he drop us a song? All right, Buck, I'd love that. I'd love it to be like a TV show, and then I would say to Bearded Bard, look, do you want to just walk in an intermission, play something? That'd be pretty cool. Nice. Okay, Bubble Blue, cool. DJ, I've been watching from the bath. Sweet.
Reflector says, I want to say congrats to BMF for getting the play button. Do you want me to go get the play button real
yes,
quick?
Mate. Go and get the bloody play button. You should just keep it downstairs.
Well, I have it displayed upstairs so I can see it all the time.
Shame you can't get two.
I technically can get two, actually.
Yeah, get two.
You know what's weird? I never knew this about the play button. You can actually order additional play buttons.
How much are they?
I don't know. I'd have to check and see, but you can order additional ones. You can have, if you have like a team of people, I could order it with more than one person's name on it, like with different names on it. So it says BMF VR with somebody's name on it. So it actually says the team each gets one. It's kind of cool. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I'll go get it really quick.
DJ says he's been multitasking. Yeah, bathing while watching YouTube. I do it all the time. Bubble Blue, how you doing? Richard Wiley, no notification. We just needs to make, and that's my brother. He never got a notification. That's my brother, my little brother. And he, you know, if he hasn't got a notification, and I know he'd have the bell on, so that's crazy. Get a play button with the name go. So Magma Creamy, yeah, my friend made me one at work. Funny enough, when I got 10,000 subscribers, and he knows how much this all means to me, even though like it's not been easy for me, you know, I've really tried to work hard. But yeah, he made this at work for me, and yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool that he made that. But yeah, imagine getting a real one. Well, Matt doesn't have to imagine now. He's got one. Can I just say, oh, I'm doing another? Yes, midlife, absolutely, man. Well done. All yeah, right, he made it for me. How lovely is that? Go on then, Matt. Let's go. Whoop, whoop.
See if I can get it in so you can see what it says on it. There we go.
100,000. So is that like stainless brushed steel or something?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's like a.
It looks like brushed steel, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
But
awesome. It's really, really reflective.
Yeah, and are you in lockdown at the moment? Can anyone come in and see it?
Yeah, somebody could come and see it. We're on lockdown right now.
Right. Okay. Yeah. What does it say? BMF VR instead of BMF?
Because you actually can choose what you want it to say. But I liked the idea of it being BMF VR because I don't know. I just like knowing that it's about VR. Just in the odd chance anything ever was to happen to the channel and anything changed, I'd like to at least have this one for BMF VR.
Mate, congratulations.
Thank you.
What I can't imagine what that must feel like. And I really can't. Like
it was. I don't even know how to describe it. Like it's incredible. But you'll know one of these days. Trust me.
When I'm 50, I'll have a I'll have a monocle, and I'll have gone mad. Imagine I'm a wizard, and everyone would just be here to watch me and see if any more of my teeth fall out or something while I'm doing it. Like, oh, that one's gonna go. It's wobbling. It's getting old. Is the microphone quality on the Oculus Quest 2 okay? Rigo, go and watch any of my Population 1 videos. I only use the Quest 2 mic on those videos because of that kind of thing. You know, where someone was putting out some bad info that it was bad and it wasn't. So
yeah, I think it's even better than the Quest 1 microphone. I noticed it immediately when we started. We jumped into a game, remember?
Yes.
And I don't remember what game it was. And I was like, what mic are you using?
Yeah, it's really good. Like, it's a really good mic. Considering the cost of the headset. Now, when Mike joined us in Population 1 on the HP Reverb G2, and I don't know if Chopper's still here, he was here. It was terrible. Like the mic in the headset, if you have it. So a lot of the PC VR headsets, you can set the amount of I think it's called gain would be the correct term. Yeah, like volume gain. If you have that to 100%, it is just like blast. It is awful.
It clips it really bad. So your levels are hitting highs and clipping the audio. So it sounds really distorted.
Like oversaturated.
Yes.
Massive noise. Can't really make out what's going on. And he basically found out that if you put it to 30%, it was okay. So, but the Quest 2 is on 100% and it just sounds great. It's really good. Yeah, Jeff Bob. Yeah, he does. He also tests Jeff Bob said in VR Oasis review, he got it sounding better, like I just told you, put it to 30%. But he told HP and he thinks it's a bug. I actually don't think it'd be a bug. Because the Rift S never got fixed either, and the Rift S has exactly the same problem. If you put that headset mic to 100%, and I know it's made by Lenovo, but that's an Oculus product using Oculus software. It is the same. It is oversaturated, it is distorted, and it's not good. So you have to put the Rift S mic to around 52% to get any joy out of it. But it was never a good mic really. Apparently the Valve Index is really good as well. But yeah, I think that we've literally done all the news, so now we can just sit back and chat for a little while. Which is my favourite bit, because I can stop reading stuff.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, one more shout out to anyone who's new. Matt, can we just quickly go through the Humble bundle again?
Yeah,
Please,
sure.
if that's all right, because this is incredible. If you're new to VR or PCVR, this is an incredible deal.
All right, so it's $17 or more, but and it all goes to charity, so that's why it says or more. It's called the Fall VR bundle. You have to just go to humblebundle.com and you can find it. It is all right. I'll start at the bottom again. If you pay $1, you get 3 games. So that by itself, if you've got $1, then you can get 3 games: ATEC Cybernetic, Archangel Hellfire Fully Loaded, and Killing Floor Incursion. And I've never played any of those games, but GT, you said you like Killing Floor, so it's worth the $1 just alone with that.
Yeah, absolutely. And Archangel itself was a good game. It was on the rails, but if you're a fan of like Pacific Rim or robot games, then I would definitely check that out because it sounds like it's multiplayer. If anyone's got Hellfire, let me know. I think I would like to jump in with someone and play it. So Archangel Hellfire.
Or if you don't have it and you want to do it, then it's $1.
yeah, it's $1. Yeah, and so that's Killing Floor, Archangel Hellfire, and what was the other one?
ATEC Cybernetic. I don't know what that is.
I think
71% positive though on Steam.
There you go. Yeah, Buck just said it's pretty good, so that's amazing. Bitey says Hellfire's free though. That's interesting. Oh, because it was an add-on, wasn't it? It was an update.
This one's called Archangel Hellfire Fully Loaded. I don't know if that's a difference.
Oh man, that's it. It's done. It's fully loaded.
$19.99 is what fully loaded is. The free, Archangel Hellfire Enlist is free. Right. And you can get that. And then this is the essentially downloadable content that makes it the full game.
Right. Okay.
And then the next level, I wouldn't really suggest because it's $10 and you only get one additional game. But it's not a bad deal still. You're going to get those 3 and then raw data, which I don't know how much that normally is on Steam.
Raw data, I think, held its money for ages. And I remember someone saying to me, like, it's a really old game, but they still wanted good, like, new money for it kind of thing.
Yep. It's actually $40 still.
On Steam?
I guess that's why it's jumps to $10, I suppose. That's probably why.
God. What's the reviews on that? What's the reviews of Raw Data? This is from Survivor, so I think it's one of their first big games.
Yeah. It's still very positive. It's got 1,800 reviews with a very positive rating. Recently, in the recent reviews, it has 11, and it's just mixed. But
Rego, I'm sorry, mate. Is there a crossplay between PSVR and Oculus Quest 2 in VR chat? PSVR hasn't got VR chat. Sorry, carry on. Sorry.
No, that's fine. So it's $10 to get it with raw data. For $15.74 or more, you get I Expect You to Die and Creed with that, which both are at least $20 or $30 a piece. I can't remember how much they are.
And again, both amazing games.
Yep, both are awesome. And then though, this is the kicker though, for $17, that's it, $17, you get Saints and Sinners and Zero Caliber on top of all those other games. And Saints and Sinners is what, a $30 or $40 game in and of itself?
It's insane that Skydance would even do that so soon as well.
Yep. It's incredible.
That's amazing.
So yeah, if you want to pick that up, it's $17 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. $17 for 8 games. That's crazy. And you can go to humblebundle.com and check it out.
Get Ricked Rolled, which is a very worrying name, which is probably why I didn't read it before. Has put there is some more news I missed. So yeah, let me know, dude. Peter,
that happens from time to time. We actually get a news article that drops while we're doing this and forget to check.
Yeah. Someone's put about Dash Dash. No, it just flashed up about Dash Dash feeling sick or something. Oh, Reflect I missed. Did anyone get sick playing Dash Dash World on Quest 2? It's the second time, and I get super sick playing it.
There's a whole bunch of comfort features. I don't get sick in it. I turn them all off, and I don't get sick in it. But I know of some people that have, and there's quite a few comfort options in it.
Do you get, and this is to Reflecto, do you get sick in any other games at all? No, that's the next point, really, I'd like to find out. Boy Brown, what's happened here? I agree with you both. I just saw some fanboyish comments of PSVR YouTubers. I don't know what we're talking about, though. Nice. TWS has been on PC since the start of the year. Yeah, I know, man, but it's still an important game, isn't it? It's still like one of those games I think everyone would still recommend.
Oh yeah,
I mean, you are right.
If you haven't played it, I would definitely recommend it.
You are right. Reflector, I do have VR legs, but yeah, it does take time with racing games. Problem is, I can't really comment because I've not really had. I've had, as a person, as a human being, travel sickness when I was a kid, and it's absolutely awful. And I know that VR sickness is similar to that. It can take a very long time to go. If I've heard that travel sickness bans can work. Travel sickness things just like normal cars. So it might be worth trying to get some of them to try.
Also, ginger chews or ginger hard candies seem to work really well for some people. And if you have a fan blowing on you, surprisingly, a fan blowing on you can actually help too.
Oh, yeah, okay. Magmaku, do you think you're going to do another event like last night, this time in VR chat? I am, but I'm going to spread it out. That was quite intense.
So you need some time to recover.
Yeah, it was good though. It was amazing. Boy Brown, I was asking if people would flock back to Sony and abandon Quest 1's PSVR 2. I would never abandon Oculus anyway. And I know, regardless of the Facebook thing, however you feel about it, if you've got a Quest, I'm assuming you're fine with it. They're doing a lot for VR, and I think at the moment, after the PS5 hype dies down, you're going to go back to that quiet session again for a while with PSVR, and that's where other headsets come into play. They have their time to shine, and Oculus, I feel, are kind of going to be like the new Apple. They're going to really try and push that. I don't want to say it, but I do think they're going to try and push that year and a half surgence of tech. And to be fair, people love tech. And if it costs $300 for entry point for that tech, people are going to love it even more because they can sell their previous tech for probably half that money. So you're talking a year-on-year upgrade for $150 or pounds, depending on what's on offer for the upgrade. I think a lot of people will do it.
Yep. So. There's part of me that wants that, because then you get an upgrade every year. Then there's a part of me that doesn't. But I think the biggest thing is, although I was going to say the biggest thing is there's not a new chipset out there yet for them to use. They use the most recent one. But that chipset was announced at the beginning of this year. So they could announce a brand new chipset next year and we would get an upgraded one. I don't know what will happen, but we'll see.
Reflector, you can get the travel bands. I've seen them on Amazon. 3 Mad says, how comes Matt doesn't do live streams? And he does.
I have done one.
Oh, have you done one? I thought you done another. Oh, you done a live chat.
Yes, I did a live chat. Yeah, yes. I did a live game stream, my first one, and it was fun. I want to do more. I just have not had the time. And the Quest is a pain in the butt to do it with, so I have to do a PCVR so I can have the chat.
And sorry, go on, carry on.
No, that's it. It's just a pain.
Yeah, I was going to say I started live streaming, but there's definitely a comfort barrier of being able to be a video editor over a live streamer. Because in live streaming, it's almost like things can just go wrong at any time. And even now, like before, maybe a year ago, if the OBS would have crashed like it did a minute ago, it would have made me a bit hot and a bit stressed and a bit, oh my God, what's going on? Now I've been doing it a long time. I'm like, yeah, whatever. You can't really help it. It just happens. But that comes with experience. And I think a lot of people, when they're live streaming and things go wrong, you have to have them go wrong to experience them going wrong. And it's horrible. It's not nice knowing that you could have 100 people watching you like mess up, or like playing a puzzle game. I've been playing puzzle games and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. And everyone in the chat's going, well, come on. And I'm like, well, I don't know how to do it. It doesn't bother me now, but there's those times as when you edit a video. Having done video editing, dude, you leave a lot of shit on the floor. Like, you leave a lot of stuff on the floor. And in a live stream, all that stuff isn't on the floor.
No, it's all out there for everyone to see.
It's all out there. So, yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Where are we? I think Facebook will develop their own silicon at some point. Bhaptics VR. I'm really sorry, I can't really pronounce that. I don't know if anyone else can. G2 looks underwhelming. Visuals are a little better than Quest 2, and that's about it. Well, as you might have missed earlier, HP are going to be coming on this podcast. Me and Matt are hopefully going to get or one of us at least are going to get a review unit of the G2, and then we will be able to talk about it and share our opinions on it that way.
Yep.
So that'd be really cool. GC, am I right to think you're going to do a VR marathon for charity? Nocturnal, do you know what, dude? I'm struggling this year to just stay awake a lot of the time. I just feel like I'm doing lots of work. I do want to do a charity stream. I've got some time off coming up. Someone asked about a member stream. Yeah, we have channel member streams. We're going to be doing some of them as well. All that stuff will be happening on the channel. I know it sounds bad. I don't want to push Patreon and channel members, but the more channel members and patrons I can get, then the more I can do the stuff that people want me to do, like private live streams and stuff. But yeah, Nocturnal, I might not be able to do it. I want to do it this November, but I don't know if I'll be able to do 24 hours. I'll probably do 12 hours if everyone's happy with that, because 24 hours is hard. Like, it's really hard. In VR, it's hard.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. I can't. I was jumped in and out of your stream last year when you did that 24-hour stream.
Yeah.
And I can't even imagine.
I've done 2 of them, dude. I've done 2 of them. Oh, we got a new member. DJ. Oh, bless you, man. Thank you. Now, DJ's been on this channel for such a long time. Such a long time. Thank you, dude. Thank you very much. Yeah, so the first year I actually accidentally stayed up for 39 hours. Yeah, so it was like, which would have been today. It would have been today because it's my dad's birthday. So, I remember we was going for a meal for my dad's birthday. It was a Friday. And I was thinking, right, what I'll do is I'll go live at like midnight, finish the meal at like 9, and I've been to work the whole day. I've got up at 6, so I thought that'd give me 3 hours sleep. That didn't happen at all. We ended up staying till like 11:30. Then I started the stream, and yeah, I just went through. I think it was from like 6 in the morning, and whatever that would be from that midnight to that midnight. I don't know. But I remember like having eye drops and stuff. VGT getting me eye drops, and it was hard, you know. And then I think I even live streamed the next day because I'm absolutely crazy. So yeah, Team Trillion, how you doing? Stephen Martinez, nice. DJ, thank you ever so much. Nice. Oh yeah, there it is. Nice. Mr. GT says, I couldn't sleep and kept waking to make sure he was still awake. Oh, man. That was mental. But we raised over £1,000 for cancer research.
That's awesome.
The first year. And then the second year, I think we did nearly £700 or £800 for mental health, a charity. So, yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. Coffee on drip. Yeah. He poured it in my eyes. Oh, God. Without the milk, I need it. But yeah, Hussein X, how you doing? Thank you. If you have, I have fell asleep in VR. Oh, there you go. 3Mad literally just asked that as well. Mighty Quinn, no worries. Thank you ever so much for joining us. Have you guys slept in VR? I've slept in a VR chat room. Yes, I have fell asleep a few times in VR. Matt, have you ever fell asleep in VR?
I have not fallen asleep in VR, actually.
No?
Nope, not yet.
It's interesting. It's not so much falling asleep in it, it's the waking up bit that's weird. Because
Yeah,
if you're really comfy, you won't know you're in VR when you wake up, and you'll be like, what the fuck? I was in Rec Room. Oh, wow. So Zalvia has put raw data code in. Thank you ever so much for that, man.
That's nice of you.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Thank you.
Get Rickrolled just said that they added me on Pop One and I haven't accepted it yet. That's because I got so many friend requests when I put that out there. I think I broke the friend system for a while. I couldn't accept any. It kept freezing. So I think it's working now, but I haven't gone back through to add everyone else because there's just so many people that wanted to.
Also, if you add people while you're playing, it just freezes everything up.
Yeah, I tried that too, and it did that.
Yeah. Are you doing your friend code or are you doing Oculus Friends?
Friend code.
Friend code's better on Population 1. I think, than going through the Oculus thing, because the Oculus thing for me is getting really full up now. And I don't know if there's a limit on Oculus.
I don't know, but I think Nathan said at one point he had so many that his friend system stopped working on there. So
okay.
So I'm hesitant to add a whole bunch of people in case it breaks it.
Yes, mate. Boy Brown says 12 hours is tough. So, yeah, man, I'll probably end up doing 12 hours. It would make more sense to me. So, Rick Rolled says, I DM'd you about Stonks, the VR full body tracking for $60. All you need is a Steam VR headset, virtual desktop, link, Oculus Rift Vive, etc. That was the news I was talking about. I think I might have read about that.
I think I might have seen that somewhere.
Yeah.
But I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. But cheers, thank you for letting us know. We also have a VR news section in the Discord, so if anyone's got any news or anything on the post, I've just added Nitro to the Discord. I've got no idea what it's going to do. But Dark Angel, thank you ever so much for the donation. He says, spread the love, gamer fam, keep it rolling. We've got over 1,000 people in Discord. It's crazy.
It's insane.
It is. It's absolutely. Yeah, I still remember making the thing. I still remember like starting a Discord and thinking, oh, I don't know how this is going to go. But people seem to really love it. So, Reflector, one thing I love about the Quest 2, the eyes don't have what the fuck thing. Oh, you're saying so like when you're in the headset, you don't feel like you're disconnected from reality as much? Is that what you mean? Ceridian says, no, there's no more news on Sniper Elite at the moment. I'm sure me and Matt would find out if there is.
Yeah.
Nice. Darren Smith, keep up the great content, guys. Not long, join the Quest community. Excellent, thank you. Matt is the home of everything Oculus Quest. Ellie Nielsen, did anyone see the new Quest capturing feature? Where is this news? Because is this like officially like hit from Oculus or something?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Because I would love that. And on my Twitter feed, I can't find it.
Yeah, I can't find it either. I searched a few minutes ago, but I can't seem to find it.
Yeah, can you let us know where you find that, please? Magma Creamy, I'm worried about the binocular effect on the Quest 2. It might distract me while I'm playing. No, you'll be fine, man. It's Oculus.com. Oh, I think I know what he's talking about. The ADB thing. You get the... One second. I think I've already tried this as well. Oh, no, I can't shrink that bloody... Can I shrink this? Is it going to freeze us? Let me look. Let me see. Yeah, we are actually... We've disappeared. I knew that was going to happen. Have we come back? We haven't come back. Okay, 1 second. Put that to there. And put that to there. And we are back. The weird glitches of Zoom and OBS working together. Combined. When they combine powers, they make something not quite as good as each other.
PD just gave a super chat.
Oh, thank you. Is this BMF, though?
No, that was me. I did that, too.
Oh. Hold on. Thank you ever so much. Paradise did a super chat.
Yep.
Why can't I? How can I not be told about my own super chat?
I don't know. I didn't see it last week. He did one last week too, and I didn't see it. This week I can see his, but you can't still see it.
That is insane. Dude, thank you ever so much. I'm so sorry. YouTube have basically just left us alone. He's banned from my channel. I don't know. It's a crime app. What the hell is a crime app? I've no idea.
Chrome app, that's what it is.
Oh yeah, that's what I use Scrappy, which you can find via SideQuest. If you want to see the results of that, just check out any Walking Dead Saints and Sinners on Quest video I've done that is using Scrappy. So, DJ, thank you, man. Thank you ever so much. He's put Paradise Decay inspired this. Thank you very much.
Oh, I've actually got to pop out, GT. I don't mean to cut the stream short.
No, that's all good, man. I've got to go anyway, so I've got to make a move. But thank you ever so much, guys, for coming through this week. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the likes, thank you for the comments. Thank you to the new channel members, and thank you ever so much for the donations. I really appreciate it. And thank you for sharing us your play button, dude. That is phenomenal. That is absolutely awesome. Fantastic, man. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Cheers, guys. Beast of the East. No worries. Thank you ever so much. Really appreciate it, and we'll see you all next week for another episode of the VR Link. The audio files, people on on Apple or anything else, and Spotify, I will get the episode up in the next 48 hours instead of leaving it all week. I will get it sorted. So, but thank you guys. See you all in Discord. Yeah, take care. Bye bye. Cheers, Matt. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye bye bye
Bye-bye.
bye bye bye.